Hello Twitch, this is Captain Nav. Welcome to this new live stream. Today flight Nortrans 5508 from Gatwick to Barcelona. Like always, we'll check all the aircraft documents. There's no defects on the tech log, and basically we are all good to go. Catering services are on their way. They've not asked to get the doors open yet. Here's the first truck and the second truck coming. So they might ask for the doors to be open. So we go to the doors and open the right door at the front and the right door at the back as well. Which is all good, and in the meantime we'll go on the overhead panel, set the RS mode selectors to nav, give some power to the crew. Emergency exit lights can be armed. We're not fueled up yet. Test this one can come on. We'll check the config, it's correct, and flight recorder up there, that's good. Then the trimmer and the backs can stay the way they are here. Coming back down there, we'll check the wheel well fire warning. That's good. The bottles, and then the fire cargo warning system as well. Check the oxygen for what's worth, and the gear pins are down here. Checked all the safety equipment, security check in the flight deck, all good. Then from the FS sections, I'm gonna load the fuel. The fuel required today is just gonna have a quick look at the flight plan. Fuel of 7 tons, which is alright. So I enter 7,000 kilos. Excellent. And then the payload is to be exact 59.1. That's a fairly busy flight. 59.1. That's done. The already I want to close the right entry forward, so we close that. Right entry aft closing. Oh, it's doing it automatically. It's funny, sometimes it does it automatically, sometimes it doesn't. That's alright. Next we jump into the FMC. We can ask for boarding. Number 4. Okay, we'll wait a little bit, no problemo. So all the details are correct here. We'll go from EGKK and set the GPS left position, and then the company route I have today is Echo Golf Kilo Lima Echo Bravo Lima 01. That's it. And it's the Nortrans, so IBK 5503. We're gonna go have a look at the door. It's actually open, but for some reason it needs to be closed and then reopened for passenger boarding to take place. So we're gonna do that. Passengers are already boarding, so that's very good. We'll check the route. It's Bogna 612 Bembo, Upper Yankee 47 Drake, Polyban 151 seated, and then Upper November 859 to Puma, which is correct. We'll execute the perfinite. The reserve is 2.3. 35 on the cost index. Cruise altitude 350 start with. The cruise wind, like always, it's the top of climb wind, and PFPX today says it's gonna be 262 at 41. And do I have a temperature? 262. No, there's no temperature. Okay, so we'll leave it the temperature like that. Transition altitude around London is 6,000 feet, 6001, so that 6,000 is still an altitude. And then come to the departure. Runway 26 left, it's gonna be a Bogna 1 X-ray on our departure. And this is all correct. Legs page, we're just gonna quickly check the sequence. The sequence of waypoints for departure. Bogna 1 X-ray. So it's a Kilo Whiskey 06 220, Kilo Whiskey 08. That's correct. Sierra 11 4,000 or above. Sierra 17 5,000, and then 6. The 20 point. Then 25 is still 6,000, and Bogna is still 6,000, and even the next.
It's time for me to leave. See you next.
Okay, so I mean, there's obviously not gonna be a lot of traffic and no ATC, so we'll probably will be able to wave that. So that's all good, and on the other side, I will be well, for the moment at least, anticipating ILS Zulu 25 right via Gaia and the Puma arrival. Puma 3 Tango. That's good. Go back to the perfinite and then we can wait. That's done. As far as the instruments are concerned, we can have a look quickly. I'll set the airport display. QNH looks like it's have a quick look at the METAR 1019. So it's a fairly high QNH today in London. What's happened then? Standard no. 1019. Flight directors on. The runway heading is 260 or close to it. Just double check. $259. That's that. And initially it's 5,000 feet. Just quickly double check that. Yeah, 5,000 feet. Cool. Excellent. Now we can move on to the overhead flow. We are fueled up. We can put the seatbelt sign on. Window heat. Hydraulics can come on. Start the APU. Wait for the packs. The pressurization is 350. And Barcelona is about sea level, so we'll set 0. Tower 122.8. And that's about it. 2000 is standing by. That's all good. So we can do the safety inspection checklist.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric, hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear.
Down.
Aircraft documents.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Very good. The APU is ready, is running, so we can set the APU on the bus and disconnect, set the parking brake and disconnect all the ground equipment there. Doors wise, I think the boarding is complete, so actually all the doors have been closed and all the, and the cargo doors are also closed. Very nice. Okay, so that's all set. I'll just have a quick check. Yeah, there's no more doors here. That's good. And 0 fuel weight. We'll take the PMDG 0 fuel weight there. Set. And 122K. That's a good one. And then flaps 5. CG by PMDG 26% almost. Then the speed 140, 141, 147. So we'll set 147. And now 5,000 feet, runway 26. And this one can come on as well. Cool. All ready to go, I think. I'll quickly check for any ATC. And then we can get going. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. IRS mode selector.
Nav.
Gear fins.
Removed.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Yaw damper.
On.
Navigation transfer and display switches.
Normal auto.
Fuel quantity.
As required.
Fuel pumps.
On.
Cabin galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Passenger signs.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Speed brake lever.
Down.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Set and standby. Set.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
Set.
and 1 IAS bugs.
Set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Flight set door.
Locked.
Doors.
Closed.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Very good. And prepare for the push. Nose to the right, tail to the left. There's only one option. Let's have a look around our position. Wow, very nice. Hello, Virgin. So that's the cul-de-sac here. So the nose can only go to the right. Yeah, that's logical. So I'm not sure it's gonna actually do the push properly because of the scenery, but we'll see. So before start, checklist.
Before start, checklist. Hydraulic A pumps.
Off,
Axe.
off,
Anti-collision light.
on,
Parking brake.
set,
Transponder.
standby.
Please check status for that item again.
Off,
Before start, checklist complete.
Departure check completed. Bypass bit inserted. Release parking brakes. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
so let's see what's gonna happen on the push. I'm hoping for a good push, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it's pushing nicely there, starting the turn. Okay, beautiful. So in that case, I'll start engine number 2 and 2. Oil pressure and 1. Bring the fuel in. Beautiful. Somebody's disappeared here. Starter cut out. Number.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set standby. Number 2 stable. Starting number 1. And 2. Oil pressure. And 1.
Unlocking gear.
Bring the fuel in.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
Okay, okay.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Starter cut out. Number 1 stable. So the generators come on, the probe heat come on, anti-ice is now required. Hydraulic A pumps come on, the packs auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off. The start switch is on continuous. APU can come off. Check the recall. Flaps to 5. Blank the lower display. And the start levers are idle. We'll wait for our dear friend to vacate the taxiway. He's moving along there. Okay, so we got the all clear. It's all good. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
I expect to hear on probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
As required.
Hydraulic A pumps.
On.
Air condition.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
On.
APU.
Off.
Recall.
Checked.
Flaps.
Set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Start levers.
On.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Cool. Let's get going. So, London Gatwick. So it's quite a short taxi to the runway. It's not very far, which is good. So you can see once again, if you don't keep adding thrust, then the aircraft stops, whereas in the real aircraft, as soon as you get moving, unless you're very heavy, but otherwise the aircraft would keep going. So we'll check the flight controls. The radars are good. That's all good. There's yeah, somebody spawned on the AI aircraft. It's funny. I'll go on November. Second left on Zulu, then Mike and 26 left. Before takeoff to the line checklist.
Before takeoff to the line checklist. Config.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Flaps.
Set.
Stabilizer trim.
Set.
Take off refit.
Complete.
Cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff to the line checklist complete.
Very good. So Zulu is next left. We go past this one. Now Zulu, we can see the markings on the ground as well. It's clear on the right. There was somebody announcing their position on Unicom, but yeah. Looking at the EFB, there's actually somebody taking off now. Yeah, we can see it. Cool. That's Zulu, and then on to Mike. That's Alpha. For some reason this was not painted on the so that will be Mike. Cool. So there's a little bit of traffic around maybe, so we'll stop. Have a good look, there's nobody on the approach. Okay. Cool, so we can go then. Runway entry flow. Runway entry procedure.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Before takeoff, below the line checklist.
Before takeoff, below the line checklist. Engine start switches
On.
MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
On.
Transponder auto. Now set landing and strobe lights.
As required.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff, below the line checklist complete.
Excellent. The runway is clear. Set 40%. And off we go. Knots.
V1. Rotate.
Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Commandé. So looking at the EFB, which kind of acts almost like
Gear
a radar
up
as well.
secured.
No traffic. Flaps 1.
Flaps coming up.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1 selected.
Flaps up.
Flaps going up.
After takeoff flow.
ready for checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Air condition and pressurization.
Set.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Altimeters.
Standard setting.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Cool, Barcelona, here we come. Oh, it's quite a nice departure. Worked out quite nicely. Already approaching 90. So we'll go all the way up. We have press altitude intervention and keep climbing. All the way to 350. Set once, twice, 3 times. Got 250 impossible. Okay, if we go 250 below flight level 100, I think it's at the arrival. Should get rid of the message once and for all. 10 checks climb.
10 checklist. Recall. 10 checklist complete.
Fantastic. I think that's Shoreham Airport and possibly Brighton along here down there. Very nice. The channel. It's a fairly nice day down in the south of England today. We've got traffic on the same airway, maybe about 20 miles ahead. VATSIM on TCAS as we go along. I'll actually cheat a little bit and go direct to seated, which ATC will probably give us in real. So direct to seated, which is the boundary with Brest. So I'm hoping to see the traffic at some point. It's traffic right above. So later on I'll probably also fly, not sure yet, but somewhere in the States, so go across the pond and fly another kind of 1 hour, 1 hour and a half flight in the States somewhere. I still have to decide where exactly, but I'm quite looking forward to that. So I remind everybody that if you're watching the YouTube channel, you'll get like notification that I'm live on Twitch. So if you happen to watch a video on YouTube and then you see the notifications on the video you're watching, then you can click on the link and come and say hello on Twitch. That would be nice. You just have to when you launch the video on YouTube, you'll get notification pretty much straight away at the bottom left of the video, and if you click on the link, then it will take you to the Twitch page. So the traffic I was mentioning earlier on is somewhere around here, maybe just about to hit the coastline. The coastline is about here, so yeah, he's about maybe 30 miles at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure we're gonna see him, but he's somewhere out there. It's a flight level 370. We might see him on TCAS later on when we get to flight level 350. So that's all good. And we already are into French airspace, talking to Brest control. Nothing to do with the female attributes. Don't get carried away. Brest is B-R-E-S-T control, and you're gonna fly kind of over Beauvais, then just west of Paris, pretty much down central France, and then towards Perpignan, fly on top of Perpignan, which some of you might remember. There was a previous stream and video as well on the YouTube channel, and then across over the Pyrenees to Barcelona. So as I said, it's flying time today of about an hour and 35 minutes, cruising at 35,000 feet. Somebody's swearing on Unicom. I don't know what the need for that is. Another one. Oh, Mayday. Fantastic. Mayday, what for? Cool. I think it's time for some music, at least here. Oh, it's not coming through the stream. Okay, in Amsterdam they're landing 18 center. That was right. This aircraft is nice. I miss this aircraft. It's a cool aircraft. somebody's being vocal about kids being on a network. Fantastic. What to do, huh? One to go. 340 climbing 350 with decimal 783, and just approaching the coastline of Normandy. Fairly cloudy as well. Nice. So as I said today, it's Nortrans 5503, which I understand is some sort of subsidiary to the actual Norwegian, and I understand that they fly with the Norwegian livery. Leveling off 350. I was not talking rubbish. Here's the traffic I was mentioning, 370. It's going a little bit more to the east, and yeah, all good.